Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darian and today I'm going to be checking in and seeing if I read the books I said I was going to read in 2021. So at the end of last year, right before 2021 started, I made a video called 21 books to read in 2021 and I felt pretty confident in that list. I remember. I had a pretty good feeling I wasn't going to read all the books, but I felt pretty confident. I'm not feeling so confident now. I only remember a few of the books I put on that list, but I can guarantee I did not read most of those books. I would honestly be proud if I read like half of those books. So we'll see how it goes. We're gonna watch the video together and see how many of those books I actually did read in 2021. So I'm just gonna scooch on over here so that I'll play the video here so you can see it. I do remember, I think I had braids in this video and I have braids today, so it's coming back around, I don't know. Okay, I'm stressed. Let's see how this goes. Okay. My old intro. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Darian and today I am going to be talking about look at this little baby. Books that I want to read in 2021. If there are some books that I don't mention, trust me, there are way more books than the ones I'm going to mention that I want to read in 2021. She's out of breath. The top priority. Not surprising. Almost. Well, at the end of next year, I'm going to watch it again and see how many of these books I actually did read. Here I am. That'll be interesting to see. So the first book I want to mention is actually probably the one that I am most excited to read out of all these books. This is a book that I asked for Christmas, and if I don't get it, then I will definitely be buying it pretty much as soon as Christmas is over because I just really want to own this book and I really want to read it soon. And that book is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I have just heard— I read that book! Oh my god! I read that book in October, so kinda get close there. Kinda waited a while to read that, but oh my god, wow, starting off strong, boys. I didn't do an October wrap-up, but I gave that book 4 stars. I really enjoyed it, but I definitely didn't read it at the right time. There was a lot of stuff in that book that was kind of triggering for me for what I was going through in October, so I think that definitely affected how I felt about the book, but she read it, folks. Oh my god, wow. So the next book that I want to read next year is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I think it is like the 4th video I made on this channel, so that was back in like May. I still have, I think— yeah, so I think I mentioned this recently, but one of my very first videos was a 5-star prediction video. Put The Song of Achilles on it. I still haven't read it. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I don't think I even put it on any TBRs this year. Like, I still haven't read it. I can't believe I haven't read that yet. I have to get on that. So we're 1 and 1 right now, but that gap is gonna close, I can tell you. The next book that I want to read next year is The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. I forgot to mention that I am including series in this list, but— okay, so I have not read The Bear and the Nightingale either. I did put it on my December TBR, and when I'm filming this, there's still a little over a week left of the year, so there is a chance I will get to it. So for now I'll say no, but there is a chance. But if not, I really want to read it this winter because I've heard it has great like wintry vibes in that book. So for now it's a no, but there's still hope for that one, okay? There's still hope. The next book I know will make Amanda very happy, and that is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I almost said Amanda, that'd be funny. The Cruel Prince. Oh my god. I completely forgot I put this here. I have not read The Cruel Prince either. Okay, so far we've read 1 book out of how many are we at? Like 4? I'll try to keep track. Editing me will try to keep track. Have not read The Cruel Prince, have not even considered picking it up yet. I still want to read it. I still have it and I want to read it. All these books I'm sure I still want to read, so it's fine. The next book is the other book that I mentioned in that 5-star predictions video, and that is The Astonishing Color of After. This book has been on a few of my TBRs and I haven't read it yet, so I really want to get— yeah. I haven't read that either! Oh my god. I knew this was gonna be bad. I should have been more prepared. Yeah, haven't read The Astonishing Color of After yet, and I know she's coming out with a new book, I think in 2022, so maybe this is the year I finally freaking read that, because that was also part of that 5-star predictions video. Oh my god, in a whole year I haven't read the books that I had left of that 5-star predictions video. Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
So the next two books I have are With the Fire on High and Clap When You Land, both by Elizabeth Acevedo. This year...
Okay. I have not read With the Fire on High, but I have read Clap When You Land. Okay, let's all clap for Darian right now. Yeah, I read Clap When You Land for a secret TBR video. Not the like big one that I've been working on, but like a smaller one that I've been working on that I don't even know when that will be done, but one day. I've never said my rating for that book, but I did read that, but I haven't read With the Fire on High yet, so. But that's still, again, another one that I would really like to get to soon. So we'll see when I get to it.
The next book that I want to read next year is A Song of Race and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. This book,
Okay, first of all, no, I have not read it, but also I freaking got the Fairy Loot edition of that book. It's right here, but I'm not gonna try to take it out because of all this junk going on here. But it has these beautiful green sprayed edges, and when I remember like it took so long for it to ship because it was during COVID and they kept having so many delays. So when I finally got it, I was like, oh my god, can't wait to pick this up, and I still haven't picked it up. And the second book, and I think it's the last book in the duology, just came out, so maybe I'll just binge them one day. Wow, I am really failing. So far I've read 2 of however many I've said so far. Maybe I just don't read. Maybe that's the problem. I mean, so far I've read 78 books this year, and none of them are these books.
So the next book, if I don't read this book next year, then I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself, because I think this book has been on 3 of my TBRs now, and I still haven't read it. So I need to pick up, not the pace, pick up, I don't know. I dropped the ball. I don't know.
Just say it.
Okay. But that book is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I
read this book! I read it for the big secret TBR that I'm working on, so again, I haven't said my thoughts on this book, but I did read it. Oh my god, wow! What are we at, 3 now? She's killing it. She's killing it. Wow, so proud of myself.
I really need to read this book next year. If I don't, I'm just gonna delete my channel. Like,
well, I did, so I don't have to delete my channel.
The next book I have is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This is a...
I read that too! That was one of our book club picks for the Winers Book Club. We read it in May, I think, and I gave that 4.5 stars. I really loved it. It was super sad, but yay! Oh my god. Honestly, if it wasn't for the Winers, I might not have read that this year, so thank god for that. But yeah, I really loved that book, so good job, me.
The next book that I want to read I almost said 2020. The next book that I want to read in 2021 is A Lat's Away by Darcy Little Badger. I think this book came out in 2020.
I knew this one was coming. I still haven't read A Lat's Away. I cannot believe it's just sitting over there staring at me. I cannot believe, like, genuinely, I can't believe I haven't read this book yet. This book was probably one of the books that I was most excited about to read in 2021. Haven't read it. I don't know why. I think I'm scared at this point because I have such high hopes for it. There's an asexual main character in the book, and I just have a feeling I'm gonna love it, but I'm so scared to read it, so hopefully 2022, if I don't read it by next year, then that's a problem. Then I should delete my channel, to be honest, so.
The next book is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert.
Oh my god!
This book is part of a trilogy.
I forgot I put this book on, but I read this too! Wow! Look at me go! This book I read like in February, I think. A buddy read it with Lisa, and this one I also gave 4.5 stars. I really, really liked it. It was just a little too smutty for me, like just a little bit. There were some parts that I was like, good lord. Yeah, I really like that one too. I still haven't read the rest of the series. I know the 3rd one came out this year, but I do have Take a Hint, Danny Brown, so maybe in 2022 I will continue that series, but oh my god, yay! I wasn't expecting that one.
The next book I have is Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger.
I read that one too! Oh my god, that one I read like in January, I think. I'm just gonna tell you guys when I read all these books. And that one I also really liked. I think I gave it 4 stars, and that one too, I still haven't continued the series. I do have, I don't know if you can see, But I do have books 2 and 3, and there's like 8 or 9 books in the series right now, so I gotta get a move on. But at least I read the first one, and that's all that matters, so I'm not doing as bad as I thought, honestly.
So the next book that I'm hoping to read in 2021, it's kind of like, this is the first book in a series, but I'm kind of going to be talking about 2 series and putting them into one huge group, because it'll make sense in a second. But the next book that I want to read in 2021 is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is the first book in the Grisha trilogy, and there is also the Six of Crows duology, which I would also like to read in 2021. I know the Netflix show.
Okay, so I guess I counted all of that as one. I did read Shadow and Bone before the show came out, but that's all I've read. I did mean to continue on because I'd really like to get to Six of Crows because everyone is obsessed with Six of Crows and that's where Kaz is, and I love Kaz so much. Or is it just Freddie I love? I don't know. But I did read Shadow and Bone, so I'm counting that as a win for me. So there we go.
The next book I have is Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, and this is the first book in another series called the Illuminae Files.
Yeah, I haven't read that. I mean, I haven't lost interest in it. Like, I still want to read that series, but I don't really want to support Jay Kristoff. But as far as I know, Amy Kaufman hasn't done anything wrong. So I kind of feel bad that, like, if people start boycotting his books, if that affects her. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into that whole situation, but all that to say, I haven't been prioritizing anything by him at all. I mean, Illuminae I think is the only book I own by him, so hopefully in 2022, oh my god, 2022. That doesn't sound like a real year. Oh my god. Okay, moving on, haven't read it.
Okay, the next book I have, it should be interesting, and I'm really nervous to read this book, but I would really like to read it next year. And that is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara.
I realized what I was about to say right before I said it. A Little Life, have not read, but I don't think I was in the right headspace to pick this book up at all in 2021. I don't know if I will be in 2022 either, but I'm really saving this for when I feel like I'm okay to read it, because it's supposed to be super depressing and it's supposed to... Oh, Lazo just started chewing his bone. It's supposed to be super depressing and there's a lot of trigger warnings for that book, so I really need to be in the right headspace. That is definitely not now, and that definitely wasn't last year, so we'll see about that one, but I didn't read it.
And I'm ready to be hurt. It's gonna be great. So
you were not ready.
Okay, the next book I have is another popular YA series that I'm surprised I haven't gotten to yet, but that is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This is part of a trilogy. This is kind of...
I haven't read that either. Oh my gosh. I'm like questioning all my life decisions at this point. That's another series that I really want to get to. I just talked about it in my mystery thriller books that are at the top of my TBR video. You can check that out if you want. I bought that book like 3 years ago now, I think, and I still haven't picked it up. So we'll see you next year. But I can't make any promises.
The next book that I need to read next year, it is a book that I've actually started. I got like 80 pages in and then I didn't continue it.
I know what it is!
This book, well, the whole series intimidates me, but I know my brother really wants me to read it, and that is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Like I said,
she did it, folks! She read The Way of Kings in 2021. I just felt like I had to sing there. Yep, she read it. I read all 1,000 and whatever pages it is, and I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. Maybe in 2022 I'll continue the series. I know a lot of people like the second one the best, including my brother, so I should probably read it. So there we go. And honestly I feel like that should count for like 3 points and not just 1, but we'll count it as 1.
Okay, we're getting near the end, guys. We're almost there. The next book I have is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This is one of the most popular romance books.
Yeah, Laszlo agrees. Itchy? Okay. I did not read that. And I read, like, I feel like 2021, I like dipped my toe more into the romance genre. I read a lot more romances than I have at any other time in my life. So you would think that I would read one of the most popular romances on BookTube, especially because the movie just came out, but I did not read it. But that is one that I would really like to get to soon. But I'm gonna say that about all these books. But no, I did not read that one.
The next book that I want to get to next year is The Midnight Library by Matt Haig.
Nope. Haven't read The Midnight Library either. Trust me, if you're disappointed in me, I am 10 times more disappointed in myself. I think it was on like one of my TBRs. I didn't get to it. Still haven't got— oh my god. There is a dog walking by with antlers on his head. That is the greatest thing I've ever seen! He's just walking along with antlers on his head. Okay, how am I supposed to recover from that? That was the cutest thing I've ever seen! Okay, anyways, what were we talking We're talking about The Midnight Library. Yeah, I didn't get to it. I feel like when it came out, everyone was like raving about that book, and then since it's come out, I've heard a lot more mixed things about it, so I am a little wary to read that one. I have read 2 books by Matt Haig. One was nonfiction, one was fiction, and I like them both, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe next year, I don't know.
So, we have reached the end. The last book that I have here that I want to read in 2021 is Priory of the Orange Tree. This big boy right here. Look how big she is. She's very big.
And you read it!
She's not even as big as The Way of Kings, but I feel like this one seems bigger.
She read that book, folks. Yeah, that's right. I read The Way of Kings and I read Priory of the Orange Tree within like 2 months of each other. That is honestly my greatest accomplishment, I think, of my whole life. Is that I read those 2 books this year. Wow. Honestly, again, I feel like that should count for like 2 or 3 books, you know? But I did read that. We're ending it on a high note, folks. Oh my gosh. And also Priory of the Orange Tree, 5 stars, one of my favorite books, honestly, ever. I loved it so much. I would honestly consider rereading it in 2022. I know. I know. She's crazy. But love that book. Love it! Yeah, boy! Okay, so that's how I did. I honestly did better than I was expecting. I wasn't keeping track, so editing me will say how many I actually did read of those 21. I think it was almost half, or at least half. Maybe I read half. I don't know. What would half be? Like 10.5? So, well, did I read that many? I don't know. Anyways, editing me will figure that out. But I think I am gonna do a video like that for 2022, but I'm definitely not doing 22 books to read in 2022. Like, I think that's just unrealistic for me because I am just gonna go off of that, as we have learned. So I think what I might do is just like the top 10 books I want to read in 2022. Let me know your thoughts on that. Should I do top 10 or should I try to do top 22? I don't know. But that's it for today's video. I hope this was just a fun little video for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another video soon. Bye!